Okay ที่about the process there are several many issue about PDPA related issue I will pick some important issue the one thing is DPIA is a data protection impact assessment. It's about the identify risks about the data, personal data that that impact to the privacy of the people. So, for example, the process is that not every data have to be conducted for the DPIA. So you have to identify the necessity, and you have to identify the data flow. So if you don't have data governance, you don't have data architecture, you will not know about the flow, the source, the data lineage, and data usage flow of in the organization. And if you identify the data flow, you can identify the point of risk, the gap analysis. You can identify the privacy risk based on the kind of data, kind of infringement, and provide the solution. And everything you do, you have to record. When authority have to audit the compliance, they will look the record. Okay. Some another technical issue is about the data masking. It's not just only the data security issue when you store database, store data in your database. By default, the database will usually encrypt your data, but it's about when you publish, when you send, when you transfer data, when you display the data to the operation level, to the worker, how that will how you protect the data from viewing, from seeing, or data from setting to another platform. There are several kinds of data masking. The first one is pseudonymization, is to change data to another form and cannot be reverted. But pseudonymization keep the uniqueness, John Doe, and they are pseudonymized to new code that are also the same code. But anonymization is different. Same John Doe, but it's a random text. Suppression is to suppress, to mask the part of field. For example, telephone number mask for open just first three letters, something like that. Generalization is preserve the same information but in another form that to make it more general. For example, specific age to be the range of age. For example, the telephone number convert into the region, the location. But those four methods cannot be reverted. But if you want to revert it, you have to use the encryption. There are several encryption in the security privacy world. But you have generally you have the key. You want the key to encrypt and decrypt publicly, privately, something like that. Another activity that will facilitate the organization to know that what is the data and how are they processed is called the record of processing activity, ROPA. This is a capture from the standard template for ICO of EU who provide the documentation of auditing. It's just a simple Excel template. The first is what is data, what is its category, who is the data subject, format, paper, digital. How does it matter? Because If you collect data in paper, it will be risk if you don't have the security measure that how to keep them in drawer or just put on the table or have the shelf to security room something. But if you collect it is in the digital format, it will be it will be more secure, but you have to check the security measure of the application or that desktop, that server. Another checkpoint is how you have it to transfer the outside organization, WAN, and outside EEA, outside EU. Okay, the template is so raw. Another one is lawful basis. If I straight more details about the rollback of PDPA and rollback of PDPA is quite different. PDPA is very simple rollback for general user, but in GDPR is more technical user. In PDPA does not provide this column that the rollback have to state for the lawful basis, but in my opinion, the basis have to be clear in the rollback too. So each of use of each data, one data may be used in several purposes. So data and purpose may be mapped for the lawful basis. And if in the lawful basis, how it is processed in the special of sensitive personal data. Okay, I will go through quickly the retention time, and it's about the versioning, date of preview, responsible, and it is performed the PDPA already, and this activity still active or not. If someone working in IT field may familiar to this diagram. This diagram called UNL diagram or class diagram is show the relationship in very full rollback of the GDPR. For example, I will start with this box rollback. The data container very separate in rollback. Rollback will separate in the business process data processing, and this is the centralized. This business data processing will consist of many fields, and one thing is legal basis. Legal basis consists of consent, something like that. If we talk about the compliance process, if the compliance process based on standard international standard called ISO 27701. It's the extension of ISO 27001 about the information security. This standard is stand for the Privacy Information Management System. The general process is to prepare and get approval from management and provide the policy and map the data with the process how to use it, like rollback, and identify risk assessment in security viewpoint and provide the impact data protection impact assessment in the privacy viewpoint. And the implementation and operating process, you have to documentation, training, and awareness is very crucial for the organization, especially in a large organization. And you have to make the checklist of data protection control. You have to provide the incident reporting and made the channel of consent and subject access requests, provide the mechanism of the data transfer, and link everything to the existing technology. So the technology is just this one. So another one before this is about the management issue. And to sustain and manage, you have to provide the tools or system that can monitor, can measure, can analyze, can evaluate the situation, compliance process. And if you act, if it is, if they have some incident such as hacker, or data breaching, you have to. It's a kind of risk assessment. In our university, in Mahidol University, include the PDPA privacy issue as an enterprise risk management forum tool. Okay, you have to identify the corrective action and continual improvement. The PDPA is not a one-time process, one-time job that you provide the standard and it will be existing as it is forever.